Life is good 13. 13 love to y'all. You are Creation 13. I'm Ambassador. I'm Starseed. And today I want to talk to you about um, really loving somebody, but they don't love you back. They don't share that same feeling that you have for them. Um, and you can definitely agree with me on this is that we all go through that. We all seem to meet a person that we really like or that we really are attracted to. Um, but either you don't know how to approach them or you let them know how you feel, and they don't have the same feelings for you. Um, and this can be very, very hurtful and very confusing because you feel so passionate about them, um, and your love just continues to grow for them, and it can really, really mess up your life, and it can also alter everybody around you because it affects not only your emotions but your vibrations that you are feeding off of others. You know, it's definitely a good thing to talk about. You know, this type of stuff. Don't hold it in, because the more you hold in, the more attachments that you have for that girl or guy, the stronger that feeling is going to be, and the harder it is for you to move on from them. So definitely talk to it about it to your friends, um, and be be more realistic and view things. Try to look outside your box of emotions, because if you dwell so much into that love for that person, it will eventually consume you and can make you obsessive and thinking that's the only person that you can be with. You can't think of anybody else but that person. But you got to realize, um, what drawed you to that person to begin with. Was it attraction? uh, was it you felt a connection? What was it that drawed you to them, that created that emotion, that bond that you created, whether it's through your mind or whether it's through spirit. What draws them into there. um, we've all experienced this before, and from my experience is, as I've progressed, looking at another person, and you feel a connection with them does not necessarily mean that it's a relationship, uh, love or attraction to that person. It can be many other things. You may need to be in their life at one time or other. There may be some kind of storyline, that you are going to be involved in with that person. This is really something that I really studied for myself, is learning on that connection to that person, because especially if you're a teenager and you watch these movies and stuff like that expressing love and attraction, um, you know outshining your ego and stuff like that, trying to win the girl or guy over. It really is, it isn't about that at all. When you truly want to connect with somebody, you're going to be yourself. If you discovered yourself, you're going to be yourself, and they are going to be attracted to you because you're being yourself. One of the number one things that I learned about wanting to get into a relationship or trying to find somebody is um, is realizing that you need to get the mindset out that you're not there to meet one person to get married, have kids, and that's it. You know, it's just about the experience of being with somebody, so many different creating memories with that person. Whether it be a relationship, a friendship, whatever it may be. Whether it's a guy or a girl, and you're a girl or guy. You got to view things as a friendship basis. If things grow more than a friendship, well then there you go. And it can be really hard to look past that when you are attracted to them, or you're trying to figure out why your heart draws your attention to them, because there's something there, and you can't quite crack it. You can't figure it out at the moment. Um, and that's where you just have to just kind of just still be yourself, but kind of try to figure out what it is. You know, that person you may be attracted to, maybe you're friends with somebody that they know, or something. Something will lead you into that area, or you may have to you know introduce yourself in some way. You have to go and find out what it is. You don't ever want to hold those emotions in. You have to time it just right too. It's really quite a difficult challenge when you're learning about relationships, and why these persons attract your attention. And it can be really confusing too. Relationships are really confusing, especially since your emotions really dig in there, and then your imagination uh, begins to run away with you. You can start thinking of, oh, hey, if I do this, hey, if I do that, hey, if I do this, what's going to happen. And that's where you just kind of have to balance things out, and just play it day to day to day, and enjoy your experience day to day to day. um, I don't really can think of any other way to you know look at a brighter horizon of looking past the person that you're attracted to. But one of the number one things is to remember is that there is always tons of people that are going to come into your life, tons of people. And it's also very important to connect with spirit, and to you know send your intent out to the universe on what you are wanting, what you are wanting in your life. If you are searching for a person, a relationship, you send it to the universe. you know um, I mean, you don't have to be detailed on, like, oh, I like a person with red hair, I like a person with the green eyes, or young, middle age, whatever you want. Just send your intent out there. I would like a young woman to come into my life, and just set that kind of intent out, and then you just live your life, and people are going to come into your life. This is one of the key things, is that people will continue to come into your life always. That's just how the cycle of life goes, and this is why it's so important to not be just drawn to one person. If you're not in a relationship, and you can't, and that other person doesn't want to have a relationship with you, you can't keep drawing yourself to that, because you're going to have these other people that don't want to come into your life, but you're going to ignore them, and lose that relationship you could have had with them, instead of focusing so much energy on somebody that they don't want nothing to do with you. That's really is important, to pay attention to your surroundings, and continue to keep that option open. And this is where things can get really, really confusing, because say if you are in a relationship, um, and you have other people come into your lives, it can be a little confusing. But I'll talk about that in another video. So yeah, so you know, realize that there's other people that want to be in your life too. They may not realize they want to be in your life, but they will migrate into your life some way. That's why it's so important to not waste your energy on somebody that doesn't have the same feelings for you. And it can sometimes counterbalance, because if they know you're attracted to them, but then you lose interest in them, and you see that you're paying attention to somebody else, they'll begin to think, oh, hey, maybe I should have paid attention to that person. It will counteract it. It's weird, but it will counteract its way, and that may be that leeway to that connection that you were feeling in the first place. Because there's always somebody that feels a stronger bond towards another, because they know that there's something special, a special connection there. So there's many different options that you can look at and explore. Instead of just being stuck on one person. And that's the same way with a relationship. If you've been in a real long relationship, things aren't working out, they want to break up. That's time to move on. But I think I'll talk about that in another video. So yeah, so if you feel that connection to somebody, but they don't feel that same way, you got to move on. There is a whole bunch of other people that are waiting in line, wanting to be in your life. It may take a month, it may take a couple months, it could just take a week. You never know. That's why you just need to just be yourself. Uh, Shine bright, um, and be confident with yourself. Definitely be confident. That is one of the key things. If you ever want to have a relationship, is that you have to be confident. And I'll make a video about being confident. But yeah, being confident, loving yourself, and showing interest in everybody is going to be as successful for you in attracting that right person in your life. Because there is a person for everybody, no matter what. There is a person out there for you. You just have to pay attention and make sure that you're not eyeballing somebody else. So hopefully this video makes sense. And definitely what I used to do, and what I still do, is when your day ends, just sit down, relax. The best time is like right before bed. Sit down, relax. If you're a praying kind of person, or meditation, the best thing to do is just sit down, relax, and reflect on your day. Just reflect, close your eyes and reflect on what you experienced and what emotions that you experienced that day. And focus on that attraction that you had towards that individual, and what kind of outcome that you had with that. Was it worth it? Should you continue? Should you move on? Just view your life day to day to day. And when you view your life day to day, day to day, you're not going to create all this baggage in your life, because you're going to keep. If you don't take the time to release and let go and look at your life day to day, it's going to build up. And like I said, your attraction toward that person is going to end up hurting you instead of benefiting you. So definitely let it all out every day. Just say, just tell yourself, hey, life was good today. I'm still struggling with this emotion, this attraction that I feel towards this person. But I release the tension, and tomorrow is a brand new day, and I can start a fresh new day. Millions of people will enter my life every day, and I just got to stay strong and stay positive. That life is good. And don't allow anybody else to take control over your life. It is your life, and you're free to have fun and experience life. So yeah, so hopefully this video helps you if you are having a hard time trying to get past um, somebody that you're attracted to, whether it's male or female. Um, just, every day, just sit down, just say, hey, this is what I experienced today. I let everything out, and tomorrow is a brand new day. So, yeah, so love yourself, keep shining bright. You will make it, and you will find somebody eventually. Just very important just to be yourself, and they will come to you. The best things in a relationship is to create a friendship first. Um, and then once you create that kind of bond with that person, um, things will grow if it's meant to be. So yeah, so talk to you in a little bit.